In today's episode, we're going to be talking about my engine mods. Now, this is a popular question online because most people just don't follow me on Instagram, so they don't really know what I have under here. So, here it is. This is a 1994 NA8, and it's a 1.8 liter, not a 1.6. I'm rocking the Flying Miata turbo kit. And as you can see over here, this is actually silver, not black iron. So I got that ceramic coated to prevent any corrosion from setting. Back here, you can see the PTP turbo blanket and the nuts. I actually swapped those out for some lock nuts. Those are copper coated steel nuts. Oh, and this guy right here, this is a brand new MAZDA Speed oil cap that I got from a buddy of mine. That's new old stock. Pretty hard to find those clean nowadays. This right here is a Skunk 2 intake manifold with the half a liter plenum spacer. Not necessary, but I just got it just because. And over here, this is a 64 millimeter throttle body, also from Skunk, but that one's actually for an NB setup. Why did I get an NB setup? Well, if you look down here, it utilizes a thinner and also smaller, it's more compact idle air control valve without any of the piping and whatnot. So it's all electronic and it makes life a lot easier for me because if I use the NA stock one, then I have to make new pipe and random like holes and stuff to fill for my charge pipe right here. If you have the NA, just look at it, you'll see what I mean. This is way simpler, but the only thing you have to do is take out this the connector. You need to repin it, and also the throttle positioning sensor. It's a 3-wire instead of a 4-wire. The NA is a 4-wire, so you need to delete like one of the red wires. As you can see with the wiring right here for the injectors, I spent a lot of time rewiring things and making things a little bit tighter than usual. This is the Moroso coolant can. Goes into my Koyo Rad Slim Rad. And back here is the Flying Miata fan shroud kit with 2 Spall thin fans. And it's pretty damn close. You see that? If I had the CSF unit, I would probably hit the back of the brace right there. And that's the sway bar brace. Right here is the Flying Miata airbox. Came with a turbo kit. The only thing I did was add this Reflector Gold heat shielding. And over here, not part of the engine, but as essential as anything else, this is the 1-inch Willwood dual reservoir master cylinder. You need to use the V8 Roadster's conversion kit to use this on your stock booster. And then you can also use this V8 Roadster's master cylinder stopper. Makes a huge difference because this firewall actually flexes a lot when you stomp on the brakes. In the back is my radium catch can. This is actually the big boy race setup. You don't need anything this big, really, but the price difference between this and the regular one was minute, so I was like, fuck it, we're gonna do it. I'm actually gonna swap out this red valve cover for a polished unit with AN bungs over here and over here. So I actually have the fittings for that ready on this side of the freaking work table. These are all -10 fittings, and those are all XRP. Now, if you guys know fittings, XRP is top-notch stuff. I actually spent like 350 bucks just in this like little box. They're extremely expensive. That's for another video, but that will go from here to here to there to there. So that's gonna be a fun project. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I mean, this is a stock engine, so bottom end, top end, all factory. This should make at least 275, if not 300 plus. You can see back here, I have the Flying Miata Big Flex fuel kit, so that changes all of the lines. You swap out all the lines, and you swap out with -6 lines. And I'm using ID 1050X injectors right there, as well as the MS3 PNP Pro. So that's a standalone ECU So if you want to run E85 in your car, you're going to need to get all these things right here. So you need to swap out all your lines. I'm using -6 lines instead of the baby lines that come stock with the Miata. Those are the metal lines. Kind of look like these brake lines. And you need to get this flex fuel sensor from GM. You can get that from any Chevy shop. And then you need to get a fuel filter, this giant cylinder that you see right here. Fuel pressure regulator right there from AEM. Fuel pressure gauge, so you can set your 60 psi static fuel pressure. And then, you know, other lines. These 2 lines back there, those actually go up to the fuel tank and to the fuel pump, which I've already swapped out. And that's pretty much it. That's the lines go all the way out to the front
where I just showed you on the engine bay.
The only difference between my engine and your engine, probably the intake manifold, the turbo, and I spent a lot of time cleaning it. So I use the pressure washer, and I just pressure wash the shit out of this thing. There's no secret. I mean, when I got this car, it was insanely dirty. It was just, you know, full of oil everywhere. And, you know, I just took 3-4 days to clean this thing and we're good. I actually have the bumper off because I took off the fender. The fender is getting painted because I have some imperfections that I didn't like. So that'll be back on, and all this stuff will be buttoned up. But that's pretty much it. I'm just waiting for my charge pipe. It's gonna be right here to down there, and we should be able to go. Oh, and I've modified this guy right here because the stock skunk spring setup is so soft, so soft. So right now, it has a lot more tension, so it won't stick. And I can thank Greg Peters for that, for the tip. And over here, I'm also using a billet throttle body cable bracket because the stock skunk is totally crap. Totally crap. It's totally crappy. It's just stamped steel and it's very thin steel, so it flexes, and people have actually broken that. So if you're rocking the skunk Manny and you want to upgrade that, here's the brand. I'm not sure how to get a hold of that guy again because he was on Instagram. I totally forgot his handle, but I'm sure you can Google it.